I was injured November 30th, 2022 in a UTV accident, and the UTV rolled. I was ejected from the UTV and I shattered my C5, C6, compressed T9 through T11.
And at that point, he was pretty much quadriplegic. He could not move anything from his neck down. It was very bleak for the first 12 days. Terror, fear, anxiety. We had the entire staff, all the doctors, the nurses, everyone saying he needed to go to Craig Hospital. So I just started praying, and I prayed, God, give me clarity. And we get a call that next day, and they were taking Mike to Craig on Monday. So day 12, my prayer was answered. I didn't know how big that prayer was until we got to Craig.
And it was a whole different experience than I had prior to arriving at Craig. It was unbelievable care.
And they truly care. And if they didn't care, then you'd be a number and you would leave. But that's not who the Craig staff is.
No, not at all. Not at all.
What is that? That's my horn.
I come from a large family, 9 brothers and sisters. So a big part of the therapy, a big part of the recovery was having that family on with me, side by side through it. Craig was a total different experience. They welcomed the family to come in, they welcomed the community to come in, and we had a lot come through the doors through my time there. One of the games down there is air hockey.
Yeah.
And so, of course, all the kids want to beat Dad, and so they lined up one after another. Right?
I only could beat him at something.
Minus the 6-year-old. I still beat the 6-year-old. But everybody else smoked Dad in air hockey.
Yeah. It's not just the patient, it's the family that's going through it too. It's terrifying. It's uncharted grounds that you have no idea what you're doing or how you're gonna get through it or what's gonna happen. And our kids were able to come there and see their dad. It was a different experience than what we had been through.
It's very challenging as you're going through it, and they push you. It's hard work to do that. And there's days you're like, there's no way I could do this, right? There's no way. You just don't realize, the smallest little things you do today, right? How big they become, 3 months down the road and 6 months down the road. I mean, we communicate every day, right? The whole team. And wanted to go to my son's basketball game. And so changed kind of what we're going to work on that week, and so let's work on our car transfers. So we got in that week. We changed what she had in planned for that week, and we worked on car transfers.
He had no idea that we were coming. So, and at that point, Mike had not been out of the hospital.
So there's our first outing, and so we were able to go to his basketball game and surprise him for his basketball game. It's things like that, right? That we say, hey, these are important things for us, and they made it important to them, right? Like, this is what we need to do to make that happen, and they did. And we took advantage of the family housing, that they had on site there, which is big for our big family. And so that way, even though we live in Colorado, just to have them there. The family that can stay there on site. That culture that they create and that environment they create is so conducive of having family and community there.
And that's part of the healing process. And to be able to have the people that you love close to you, and it's not just a room that you can stay in, it's other families that are going through the same thing. And we made lifelong friends from Craig, not just of staff,
but other graduates,
right? Graduates and their families that, again, have gone through the same thing, and it's a brotherhood you don't want to be part of, but you're sure glad you have it.
And the foundation makes it possible, right? Because insurance pays for what insurance pays for, but the foundation makes it possible for all those outings, all those family outings, the T-Rec outings, the things. I went to a Bronco game with my son, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Which is in a power chair. And all those things gets funded by the foundation, the family housing, all that things to make that whole healing process possible is supported by dollars outside of what the insurance will normally pay for. Coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the accident of November 30th, a lot of emotions come through this. And prior to now, I was really focused on the recovery piece, right? And not really focused on time or, getting back to work or getting to this. It was really trying to the recovery piece. And I know it's important for us to get back home and some normalcy, to be with the family, to be with the kids. Whether it's your time, your talent, or your treasure, whatever it may be, it goes long and far. It does, and those individuals that do donate and fund the foundation, probably a good portion is doing it because they believe in the cause, and I totally get that aspect. I don't know if they really truly know the impact that the dollars make. Support one life, my life, right? If you look at it.
Supported all of us, but after Mike's accident, I will say that I will advocate for people to be able to have what we had. I'm just forever grateful that we got to experience it, because I know that his treatment and his outcome would have been completely different.